Now, if you do not have a stable job, a stable source of income, you have no business with marriage. Yeah, marriage should not be your top priority. Yeah, and if you are not mentally, physically, spiritually, and financially stable, you have no business with marriage. And to those of you often asking, when are you going to get married? I haven't heard anyone asking you, when is your marriage going to end? No one is asking you that question, so you better mind your business. It's not your problem. Well, I'm Clovis Bong. You're welcome aboard the Bittersweet Truth Undiluted. Yeah, and that's to what we've got to discuss on here today. There's been a lot going on. I see a lot of people doing what they should not be doing. I see a lot of people into marriages, getting into marriages when they should not find themselves into marriage, like getting into marriage at that point in time. Yeah, people just do things because of peer pressure. Yeah, because maybe their families are pushing them to get married, pushing them into what they themselves are not prepared for. They themselves don't even know what they're getting into. Yeah, they do not even know the definition of marriage, but they just want to get married because everyone else is getting married. Are you going to fall a victim? Are you going to be a part of that crew who just wants to be where everyone else is? No, you shouldn't be a part of that. Now, I see a lot going on. A lot of young girls getting pregnant, getting married, a lot of young boys getting married. Should you just get married because everyone else is getting married? You do not have a stable source of income. Let's just say you're working for a firm. They can chase you at any time, sack you at any time. And what are you going to do? Let's say you already have 3 kids. What are you going to do? You should first of all have a stable source of income before you think of marriage. Yeah? Do not get married and tomorrow you start calling friends, neighbors, relations, your relatives and saying, "Oh, I have this problem, I have that problem. Can you help me with this?" You should think properly. You should think properly before, making that step. Marriage is not a day's job. You should be mentally prepared for it. Yeah? Physically and spiritually. And when I'm talking about financially as well, it is very important. You don't just go get married and you start bringing forth babies into the world to come and suffer. What I see out here it's terrible. You see children hawking on the streets, children begging on the streets, women begging on the streets to feed their children. What were you thinking? You don't just get married. And the funniest part is most of these people you find out here giving birth to so many children are those who don't even have the means to take care of those children. And it's quite sad. It's terrible. Let me tell you something. I would never in this life of mine give a dime of mine to anyone who walks up to me and tells me one story or the other, like, "I need to feed my children." I didn't send you to get married. I didn't send you to bring forth children into the world when you know you can't take care of these children. You can't. But you're out there opening your legs, yeah, to bring forth children. When you're having sex, yeah, these are things that people don't talk about. You should first of all think, what am I getting myself into? Do I want to contract some kind of a disease, or do I want to get pregnant? Those are the 2 things involved when you're having sex. Now, before having sex, you think, am I going to have protected or unprotected sex? You don't just get married and say, "Oh, I'll just, it's my wife, I'm going to be having sex with her every day now." If you know you cannot raise children properly, a standardized way, do not, I repeat, do not get your wife pregnant. You could have sex, yeah, it's a normal thing, but you should have protected sex. Or you should find a way to get contraceptives that will help to make your wife not get pregnant at any given point. What you realize in our society today is mostly the poor give birth most, and they can't even take care of these children. What I see out here, it's sad, it's terrible. but I see it weakens my spirit. You're not financially stable, yet you're the first one who wants to get married to prove to everyone else that you can get married. You got married at this age. Some of us who are still single, we're not stupid. I'm not a fool. They're not fools. Everybody knows exactly what they're doing. I'm not going to bring forth children into the world when I know I can't take care of these children. No. It's impossible. I haven't gotten to that point yet. Age doesn't matter. Forget about how old you are right now. Forget about when you're going to have kids. Even if you're 50, 40, 45, as long as you know at that age, you can properly take care of those children and make sure they have everything they need. Well, there's something we call death. It could still come, yeah, but you should get yourself prepared for that. Yeah. Make sure you're leaving something behind for those children, even if you die along the way early. Why would you be having 10 kids, 7 kids, 6 when you know you cannot take care of these children? Why would you be getting married when you know you can have, kids and you won't be able to take care of them? Just to please somebody, to please your family members, to please your father, to please your mother, to please your relatives. What for? It's insane. I don't see no sense in that. Why would you be doing that? Like I said earlier, I can never. You see, all these beggars along the road, or anyone walks up to me, any kid walks up to me and tells me, I need 100 friends, CFA, I need 200 friends to do this or that, or a woman walks up to me, I need to feed my children. Like the last time I sat, I was in my place of business and some woman walked in and said, oh, she needs to feed her children. She doesn't have what to feed the children with. It's not my problem. You knew exactly what you were doing before giving birth to children. I didn't get married to you. I didn't ask you to give birth. I did not. You knew exactly what you were doing. You have a husband. I'm not the father of your children. So I'm not going to get myself involved in any of that. And most of, if we're not related, if we're related, I could understand. Yeah, I could do that. But if I don't know you, it's not my business. I may sound harsh, but that's the reality. I'm not going to pretend on here. I'm not going to pretend on here. I'll be factual and straightforward. If I don't know you, I have nothing to do with you. Nobody sent you to get married. Nobody sent you to bring forth children into this world. Nobody sent you to do anything. So you should be held accountable for whatever thing you're doing. Yeah? That's why I'm saying this right now. This is the bittersweet truth, yeah? It's bitter, but it's the truth. You won't find this in Western worlds. You cannot. People get married at the age of 60, 50 because they know exactly what they're doing. They know at this point, I can do this. At this point, I can't do this. And they don't get themselves involved in what they cannot handle. We Africans often do what we know we cannot handle. Why? That's what I keep asking myself. Why? So the main thing is, do not get yourself into what you cannot get out of. Do not get married to please anybody, to please your relatives, to please your friends, to prove a point, to raise a shoulder. You're on your own. Yeah. You should always keep that in mind. Nobody's going to save you. Those pushing you to get married, they won't be there with you when you're facing those crises. They're not going to be there for you. No. You got married, you got into that alone. So you're going to face it alone. You got married, you brought forth those children. You're going to take care of those children. They won't take care of those children for you. Nobody would. That's the truth. So be wise. Think properly. Forget about they say, this person is already married. He's younger than you. She's younger than you. No. Forget about that. Think about yourself. Think about your mental health. Think about how stable you are at that point in time. Think about where you are. Can you handle it? Don't just do things for doing sake. No. You don't do things like that. And you should not do things like that. Am I making a point? I don't know about you, but I'm saying what I know. And that's me from me. Yeah? Yeah? Well, that was it for today. I don't want to talk too much. I don't want to make this video long and long and long, what they say. But that's what I had to tell you guys today. So I'm going to be saying a cheerio, a bye-bye from this part of the world, yeah? I'm Clovis Bone. On the bittersweet truth, undiluted. I say it harsh, just as it should be said, yeah? Harsh, raw, and undiluted. Catch you on some other video. Yeah? That's it.